Hey guys, so I'm going to try and do a quick video for you about how to create a equation that is parallel to a different equation with a given point. So it's pretty straightforward. We're going to start by noticing what is the slope. So in this case, we can see that the slope is -4, and we know that when equations are parallel, they have the exact same slope. So we're going to use that. They give us the point they want us to pass that equation through, so that'll serve as our x and y. So we will put that into our slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. So we have a negative times a negative is +8. Subtract 8, we have -1. So our intercept is going to be -1. So the equation that will be parallel, that will pass through the point -2, 7, will be -4x, because that's the same slope, -1. There we go. There's your first one. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, on these ones, you are going to need to first manipulate the equation to be in slope-intercept form. You can see that this is not in the proper form. So we're going to move the term of 1x over to the other side by subtracting it since it was positive. And then we will divide by -3. And when we do that, we divide this entire side by -3. So we have y equals 9 divided by -3 would be -3. This is, remember, invisibly a 1x, and it's -1 divided by -3 will give us a positive 1/3. We can leave that as a fraction. So we have the slope 1/3. So our m value is positive 1/3. We want it to be the same for our parallel lines. Here's our x and y. So we're going to put it into slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. This will multiply and become 1. And then we'll subtract 1 from both sides, and that will make it so that our b value is -2. So the equation will be y equals 1/3 x, subtract 2. Okay, when it comes to a perpendicular line, remember we want the opposite, reciprocal, or inverse. So we can see here that the slope is 2, or 2/1. So we want to make the reciprocal, which would be 1/2. This is positive. We want the opposite, so it'll be -1/2. So the slope of the line that we are looking for to make a perpendicular line will be -1/2. They give us the point they want it to pass through. So we're going to put that in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx, the x is 4 plus b. All right, so -1/2 times 4 is -2. Go ahead and add 2 to both sides, and our intercept will be 5. So the slope of the line that'll be perpendicular to this line will be y equals -1/2 x plus 5. All right, one more. So if they give us an equation that is not in slope-intercept, we need to do that so we can figure out what the slope is. So we're going to move that 5x term over to the other side. Then divide both sides by 3. Remember, it's dividing the entire side by 3. So we have y equals -21 divided by 3 would be -7. And -5 divided by 3, we can leave that as a fraction. So our slope is -5/3, but for it to be perpendicular, it needs to be the opposite inverse. So rather than being negative, it's going to be positive, and then we're going to invert it to be 3/5. All right, they want us to pass through this given point. So y equals mx plus b. We're going to cross cancel here. We're going to get -3. Add 3 to both sides. B value is going to be 4. So the perpendicular line to this line will be y equals 3/5 x